journey begins in the mountains of the island of Java. At the foot of the Wayang volcano, there is a lake. The cradle of the Citarum River. Titi Bakhtiar, a geographer at a university in the region, knows this place well.
Situ Cisanti is the name of this sacred lake at the beginning of the Citarum. If we walk a little further, I'll show you the real source, where the bubbles come out of the ground. The water here is very pure, clean enough to wash your face with. It's more than just home for me. I feel at peace here. The water is still so clean. Legend says it's the water of youth. The Citarum is so important for Indonesia. Very, very important. Thanks to the dams, the river generates enough electricity for the islands of Java and Bali. It's a source of drinking water and used for fish breeding and for agriculture. 3 million people live along the banks of the river, and another 11 million live around it.
The source of the Citarum, an Indonesian wonder. The river meanders through the island of Java for 300 kilometers and flows into the sea east of Jakarta, the country's capital. For the first kilometers, the Citarum is just a stream. It quickly becomes a river, essential for farmers. Then, the river crosses the island's largest cities. But as the kilometers go by, we see something completely different. Mounds of rubbish. The white plastic replaces the blue water. In Indonesia, despite strong growth in consumption, the waste treatment system is still undeveloped. So the river serves as an open rubbish bin, and the fishermen are now fishing bottles.
There are no more fish here because the water is too polluted. There are none left.
Rudy is 23 years old. He walks along the Citarum for 9 hours every day. He works for a recycling cooperative.
I earn the most with plastic water bottles. I collect more than 50 kilos of them a day.
How much are you paid for this?
Between 5 and 6 euros.
For 6 years, Rudy has been plunging his hands into the horrors of the river.
The worst is the smell from the dead animals, but I'm used to it.
Under this mangrove forest, trapped in the roots, thousands of pieces of debris have accumulated, a little more each day. And a large amount is not collected. Indonesian rivers dump 200,000 tons of plastic into the sea each year. Plastic, visible pollution, shocking. But not the most dangerous. The Citarum and its inhabitants suffer mainly from chemical pollution. To understand what's happening, we go to one of the many villages along the river and its textile factories. Noor has always lived here. Every morning, this 42-year-old woman goes to the well, which is fed by the Citarum.
I use the water from the river to do the dishes, wash clothes. To shower and to wash vegetables. The color changes. Sometimes it's black, sometimes it's red. This morning the water is clean, so I'm taking the opportunity to wash the vegetables. In any case, we have no choice. There are no other sources of water.
Nua lives right by the well, at the heart of this district where 3,000 people live. A quarter of the inhabitants are under 15 years old. They are the most fragile, the ones who seem to suffer the most from pollution, like Noor's two children.
My oldest feels nauseous. Last time, the doctor said he had a liver problem. He also has a headache and he can't eat.
Noor has a doctor's appointment. The clinic is half an hour away by cart. They do this twice a month. Yuda, her eldest son, falls ill as soon as he finishes his medication.
How long has he been sick?
For 3 days.
And what symptoms does he have?
His chest hurts when he coughs. Yesterday he felt sick and he vomited as soon as he tried to eat. My neighbors have the same problems because we shower with the river water and the river is extremely dirty.
Yes, we also see many cases of diarrhea, especially in children. It may be related to the contaminated water they drink. But as for the skin diseases we see, it's hard to prove scientifically.
It's impossible to draw definitive conclusions. There is no epidemiological study and no proof of the impact of pollution of the Citarum on local populations. One man is fighting to change that. Denny Riswandani. He runs the only environmental association in the region. For 17 years, he has been surveying the Citarum in search of evidence of pollution by the textile industry.
In this region, there are 500 textile manufacturers located along the Citarum, and they pour their sewage directly into the river. On average, each of these plants disposes of 1,300 liters of wastewater per day. It has different colors depending on the dyes they use, what market they are supplying, and the type of clothing they have to make. Here's the discharge from several factories. You can see, today it's dark red. And it's hot, very hot. This is why they call the Citarum the most polluted river in the world. It makes me want to cry. It's so sad to see the Citarum